Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hare Ram Ram Ram
गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotee. So today is Friday. It is 31st of May, and it is Jyeshta Masa or Trivikrama Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Ashtami Tithi. So there are no Vaishnavas today, but we are coming nearer to Ekadasi. Okay, so we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Sukadeva Goswami, he has offered his prayers and then speaking to Parikshit Maharaj, saying that, "Oh King Maharaj Parikshit, you have asked me so many questions about the creation, how Lord maintained this universe and everything. And similarly, like you have asked, एतद् एतद् एव आत्मभूराधं नारदाय विपृच्छते वेदगर्भो अभ्युदात् साक्षात् यदाह हरिरात्मनः." Similarly, Narada Muni inquired from Brahma, and Brahma has explained everything as if he has received from the Supreme Lord Krishna directly. Likewise, Sukadeva Goswami said, and he concluded the chapter 4 of the second canto. So today, we are entering into chapter 5, which is the cause of all causes. And here, we are entering into the next level of the conversations, that is Narada Muni and Brahma. So here, in this chapter, so Narada Muni, he is inquiring from Brahma, saying that, so, "O my dear Lord, O Brahma, O creator of the universe, and you are the firstborn of all the living entities, I am offering my obeisances to you. I would like to know about the Atma Tattva, the transcendental nature of the soul and super soul. So kindly please explain this to me." And she started inquiring from Brahma. This is the first question. So he will be asking so many questions for the next few verses, and then Brahma is going to respond. So today he wanted to starting his question with the first offered his obeisances. Now he is inquiring, saying that, please explain all the knowledge about the Atma Tattva. So we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter number 5, verse number 1. Narada Uvacha Devadev Namastestu Bhutavavana Tadvijanihi Yajnanam Atmatattva Nidarshanam. Devadeva Namastestu. Devadeva Namaste Astu. So he's saying, "Oh my dear Lord, you are the great of among all the demigods. I'm offering my obeisances unto you. Namaste Astu. Bhota Bhavana Purvaja." And you are the Bhota Bhavana, the generator of all the living beings. And Purvaja, you are the firstborn living entity. Purvaja, or who has born before Narada Muni. Bhota Bhavana Purvaja, the first living entity of this universe. Deva Deva Namaste Astu Bhota Bhavana Purvaja. Tad Vijanihi Yajnanam. Tad Vijanihi. So please explain that knowledge. Tad Vijanihi. Please explain that knowledge. What is that? Yajnanam. that knowledge about Atma Tattva Nidarshanam, the transcendental nature of the soul, Atma Tattva Nidarshanam, which is specifically directing one towards the eternity. Knowing the knowledge of the soul is eternal knowledge. And it will, who inquires about the soul and super soul, he will be elevated out of this material world. And that path is eternal path. That is Atma Tattva Nidarshanam. That knowledge which directs one person from transcending to this material nature, go towards the spiritual abodes. Deva Deva Namaste Attu Bhuta Bhavana Purvaja Tadvijanihi Jnanam Atma Tattva Nidarshanam. The translation for this verse. Shri Narada Muni asked Brahmaji, O chief among us the demigods, O firstborn living entity, I beg to offer my respectful obeisances unto you. Please tell me that transcendental knowledge which specifically directs one to the truth of the individual soul and the super soul. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Saranya Mataji to kindly read this purport, please?
Hare Krishna. The perfection of Parampara system or the path of disciplic succession is further confirmed. In the previous chapter, it has been established that Brahmaji, the firstborn living entity, received the knowledge directly from the Supreme Lord, and the same knowledge was imparted to Narada, the next disciple. Narada asked to receive the knowledge, and Brahmaji imparted it upon being asked. Therefore, asking for transcendental knowledge from the right person and receiving it properly in the regulation of disciplic succession. This process is recommended in the Bhagavad Gita 4.2. The inquisitive student must approach a qualified spiritual master to receive transcendental knowledge by surrender, submissive inquiries, and service. Knowledge received by submissive inquiries and service is more effective than knowledge received in exchange for money. A spiritual master in the line of disciplic succession from Brahma and Narada has no demand for dollars and cents. A bona fide student has to satisfy him by sincere service to obtain knowledge of the relation and nature of the individual soul and the super soul. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. So here, Prabhupada is explaining about the Parampara system. So this is the conversations, if we see from the beginning, as soon as Suta Goswami went to Savanakadi sages, the conversations happened. Savanakadi sages, they inquired from Suta Goswami. And then later on in all the first canto, what are the conversations we have seen? Savanakadi sages, Suta Goswami, and then Narada Muni and Vyasadeva. And later on, Yudhishthira and also Yudhishthira is that and Vidura. So that conversations, Yudhishthira and Bhishma Deva, and likewise Kunti Devi and Krishna, Arjuna and Krishna, Uttara and Krishna, Parikshit and Sukadeva Goswami, Yudhishthira and Vidura. So likewise, so many conversations happened, and also Dharma and Bhudevi, and Dharma, Parikshit and Kalipurusha. So the conversations are happening, so many, each and every conversation is giving so much of enlightenment in different directions of the soul. In 360 degrees, we will attain all the knowledge about the soul and super soul and the relations with the Supreme Lord and his energies and everything. And here Sukadeva Goswami also explaining all these things to Parikshit Maharaj, same as he has received from his father Vyasadeva. So here Narada Muni, he is receiving from Brahma. So Prabhupada explaining, this is from the perfection of Parampara system or the path of disciplic succession is further confirmed. Evam Parampara Praptum Imam Rajashyo Viduhu Sakalena Mahata Yogo Nastaha Parantapa. And this knowledge is Tadvidhi Pranipatena Prashnena Sevaya Upadekchintite Jnanam Jnanaha Tattva Darshinaha. So they who have seen the truth, they will explain. But pariprashnena sevaya, by rendering service, and we can inquire all the things from the spiritual master. So here Narada Muni, he started his inquiries by offering his obeisances. And also Narada Muni, he has been carrying out spreading Krishna consciousness, uh, glorifying the Lord's names. That was also in his previous life when he was a son of maid servant. After he has seen the Lord in his meditation, and then Lord spoke to him that, oh boy, my dear boy, you would not see me again, but I have appeared in front of you for a so that you would attract towards me. And then after speaking that way, and Narada Muni understood, and then for the rest of his life, he has been all the time glorifying, wandering around the world. In his previous life, it has happened. And in due course of time, he met with the death. And in the next day, when in the Brahma's next day, when Brahma created all the living entities, the Prajapati, the Rishis, and everyone, at the time, Narada Muni also was born um, as one of the Brahma's son. So now with a transcendental body. So with his body, he can travel in the material world or also the spiritual world. So now here, Narada Muni, he is inquiring from Brahma to speak about, to know about the transcendental knowledge. So that is the regulation of the disciplic succession. So Prabhupada is bringing in that information here. So one student must approach the qualified spiritual master to receive transcendental knowledge by surrender, submissive inquiries, and service. The three things: surrender, submissive inquiries, and service. So, and this knowledge received by submissive inquiries and service is more effective than knowledge received in exchange for money. So sometimes in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna also says that any knowledge or received, any mantra received, any mantras performed without giving some remuneration, it is in the mode of ignorance. So that said. But however, whenever it comes to the transcendental knowledge, one has to render service. The one has to give his time and energy and service with a submissive, he can put his submissive inquiries in front of the spiritual master. It's not about the money. So, and Prabhupada is also a spiritual master in the line of disciplic succession from Brahma. Narada has no demand for dollars and cents. A bona fide student has to satisfy his spiritual master by sincere service to obtain the knowledge of the relation and the nature of the individual soul and the super soul. But in this material world, people, whenever they meet each other, they have got so many things to speak. Srotavyadini Rajendra Nram Santi Sahasrashah. They have thousands of topics to speak. But apasyatam atmatattvam gruheshu gruhamedinam, but they apasyatam. So, but they don't see the real Atma Tattva, Gruheshu Gruhamedinam. That is how they engaging in speaking unrelated topics which are not even benefiting either in this life or the next life. So here Narada Muni is inquiring Atma Tattva Nidarshanam, which will direct the knowledge, which directs one to the transcendental, to the eternity. That he wanted to know. Likewise, Narada Muni started inquiring from Brahma. That is, Deva Deva Namastestu Bhuta Bhavana Purvaja Tad Vijanihi Ajnanam Atma Tattva Nidarshanam. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So, shall quickly go to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So, today it is letter to Tamala Krishna, February 20, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request two devotees? So, first devotee read 3 paragraphs of this letter. Any volunteers, please? And unallocated devotees.
Do I have a go, Prabhu?
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. My dear Tamala, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 15th of February 1970 and noted the contents carefully. My first request to you is to take from Mr. Goyle, the gentleman who donated the Sri Murtis, the address of the manufacturer or the supplier of the Murtis. I know that the murtis were supplied from Jaipur, India, but I do not know the address of the supplier. So please take it from him, and please send it to me immediately. All other points in your letter are completely agreed upon by me, and please execute the program accordingly. We must follow our own principles. We can go anywhere to perform the Sankirtana, but the process in which we execute the performances should be strictly followed. Namely, first of all, we chant and dance. Then we deliver a short lecture on our philosophy. Try to try to advertise our books and magazines and sell them. Then, at last, we again chant and dance and conclude the meeting with the distribution of prasadam. Generally, we must make at least 1 hour time, if not more, for functioning this program. Another one, yeah. So far we are concerned, every one of us must chant the beads according to the according to the vow and follow the relative principles in all departments of our activities. And this will give us spiritual strength to convince the audience what our aims and objects Some of us in each and every center must be well versed in disasters so that we can meet scholars and philosophers, and if need be, convince them about our movement and philosophy with great strength.
Thank you, Mataji. Can you request any other devotee take a turn to read next half of it, please?
Shall I read, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, please.
I'm so glad to learn that our London temple decoration is being improved day by day, and deities have got nice dresses and ornaments. So far, Krishadashi is concerned, or anyone else who is newcomer should be allowed some concessions. And after some time, when he is accustomed to our principles, then we can make the screw tight. I think this point will be sufficient hints to deal with him. Brahmananda and Advaita have come here yesterday, and I am giving them advice about our future press activities. They have already printed Ishopanishad paper book very nicely, and the price is also very cheap. You may ask Boston to send you copies for sale there in London. Please see that the French and the German issues of BTG are published as soon as possible. I hope Hanshadatta has met you by this time, and when you go to Germany along with him, I think he may be suited as a president of this center, being the senior most member. I am also glad to learn that you expect to open another center in London in the hippie quarter as soon as possible. When I was in London, I went to Oxford and there was a very successful meeting. Therefore, I think Oxford will be a good center for our activities. Please offer my blessings to all the boys and girls there and keep me informed of your further progress. The Krishna manuscript, the Krishna manuscript is already handed over to Messrs. Dal Nippon Company for printing. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever relation, Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. Any takeaway points from this letter, Prabhuji and Mataji?
Well, my takeaway point is Prabhu. Two things I read. One is Prabhupada always encourage the newcomers and let them get accustomed with our service, with our system, with our parampara. Then, if you want to give them some responsible job, then you issue them the job initially just to easy on them and give them opportunity to get used to the whole program. And another thing is Prabhupada always London temple and England temples are very close to his heart. All the temples, but Prabhupada in different letters again and again mention about the London temple. I wonder if there any temple in Oxford. Siddhar Prabhu, if he's around, he knows, because the Prabhupada made a comments in this letter saying that he made a meeting in the Oxford, and Oxford will be a good place to make a temple. I do not know is there any temple there. So Haribol Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Any other points, Mataji?
Yeah. I was just thinking, yeah, Prabhupada was showing his appreciation about how they had these deities all displayed and dressed nicely with ornaments and so on, and he wanted to know where these murtis originally came from. And he seems a bit urgent. I'm not sure why. He wanted to know the manufacturers and how he can get in contact with them. So somehow that was the big imprint on this letter. And he talked about big book printing he was discussing, and he said they're contemplating opening, as Prabhu said, a temple in London and Oxford. There was a suggestion about Oxford, and I don't know if it came through successfully. And he's sending blessings to everybody, and how he would like to be kept updated with any movement. And as Prabhu said about propagating the movement with recruiting and so on. Then he said about the script. The script was provided, and that it's in good about book promotion. That something about the script was in progress of developing into Krishna book, I believe. And he wants to know the progress, how they're getting on. That's the main points here, Prabhu. And I don't know if there was any. Yeah, something about they have already printed the Aishan Panishad paper book. So yeah, things are progressing, and he's happy about it. The activities from Ramananda and Advaita have come here yesterday, as I'm giving them advice. Okay, so he's helping to give advice to people so that the movement can get more active in the community. Haribol.
Hare Krishna.
As much as Hirodakshya is concerned, Oh, that was a devotee, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a newcomer.
Yeah, newcomer, Haribo.
Thank you, Mataji. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to mention? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So one has to chant and on his beats and follow strict all the rules and regulations again and again. Prabhupada is mentioning that will give the spiritual strength. So then all these programs, whatever the 1 hour of program with the chanting and singing kirtan and then speaking some lecture, this will make the entire program successful and I end with the chanting, dancing and feasting. And everyone must equip with the Shastras. So Prabhupada explains.
Yes, Prabhu, that's the key in this letter. Sorry, I forgot about. Haribo.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so any other points, dear devotees? Okay, there are no updates. And from the announcements point of view, so tomorrow we are going to recite the Srimad Bhagavatam, the 4th chapter. And then after that, we do our Bhagavatam. After the regular Bhagavatam and Prabhupada letter, we recite. And then we enter into the Bhagavatam, description of Kingdom of God. And then tomorrow evening, we have got regular Bhagavad Gita Sangha. That's all from the announcements point of view. Dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. And on Monday, so there is a home program at Gaurangi Mataji's home with Patri Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Gaurangi Mataji, you wanted to say anything on it?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna all devotees. Yeah. This Monday is programs going on Prabhuji. So this devotee will come to for program. Please come and join is spiritual program, I think so. Yes, it's Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so that is from the announcements. Dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything or you wanted to ask anything, kindly share. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. That and Gaurangi Mataji, the Prabhu that's doing your Sangha, he was at the temple last night. And Sarav Prabhu was there, and Sita Mataji and her husband was there. It was nice. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful Sangha. I mean, it was so enlightening and so full of joy. You know, people were ecstatic and nearly hit the roof. It was so good. And we had to be pushed out of the temple in the end because people didn't, lingered and want discussion. And it was so enlightening. Absolutely. So Gaurangi Mataji is blessed to have that Prabhu doing her Sangha.
Very
Thank
nice.
you, Mataji. I saw yesterday live program. Then you and Sita Sundari Mataji are there. I saw
Yeah.
Mataji.
Oh, it was online, of course. Lovely. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you so much, Mataji, for the updates. Yes, so then if there are no further updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो
Vaishnavejo
नमो
Namo
नमः
Namaha.
अनन्तकोटि
Kuti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai. Srila
वैष्णवेभ्यो
Prabhupada